Today we're talking about one of the greatest pressures that happens in families on lives across many Asian nations, and that is arranged marriages. I don't know what you think about that, but we see it's a great opportunity for manipulation to take place. Now I know if you got a lot of money and you got a good looking son, then maybe I want my daughter to marry your son just for her security and her benefit, or the benefit that it can bring between families. It's a kind of a feudal idea where, you know, people of influence will wangle and manipulate to get the right people married to the right people. Has very little to do with the desires of the hearts or the needs of the sons and the daughters.
Most hearts dream of finding their own true love. Yet even in this modern age, more than 1 billion people worldwide are trapped in the ancient custom of arranged marriages. Hannah was the much-loved daughter of her parents in Pakistan, and she grew into a bold and confident young woman, pursuing a master's degree in English literature. But Hannah's carefree life would soon be disrupted with what seemed like a match made in heaven.
When I became 24 years old, my family, they are thinking about my marriage.
Hannah's parents and spiritual leader had picked out a man 10 years older than Hannah, who was pursuing his citizenship in Italy.
The first reaction, I said no, I don't want to marry with that person because he was in Italy and I was in Pakistan, and he left Pakistan 7 years ago.
Pressure from both families and her leaders convinced Hannah to agree to the arrangement. The new couple met for the first time on the phone after deciding to pursue the marriage. At first, Hannah found it difficult to establish a real connection with her new fiancé, but she devoted herself to her family's wishes.
Sometimes I say, God, please give me love. Please put love in my heart for that person.
Hannah was convinced that her and Salim's love would grow over time. And the more she surrendered her heart to the relationship, the more Hannah realized she was falling in love with Salim. As both Hannah and Salim's families made arrangements for the upcoming wedding, the young bride was eagerly anticipating her fiancé's arrival. Until one day, Hannah caught wind of a rumor that Salim would not be making the journey back to Pakistan anytime soon.
I got a news, not from his family and not from my fiancé, but I got a news from one of our neighbors, and they say Salim is not coming this year.
Hannah's gnawing doubt about the arrangement began to grow as she confronted Salim with the news. He explained that his pursuit of Italian citizenship was not complete, and he could not risk leaving the country for at least a year. Dismayed that she would not be united with her fiancé and of Salim's handling of the situation, Hannah began to wonder if this was really the ideal situation everyone seemed to think.
And when I expressed my feeling to my parents and my sister, they all shocked. And this all pressure, and my mom, she got really sick. So I say, okay, I will marry. Even I'm confused, I don't have peace, but later it will be better for me.
With the new date for the wedding set, Hannah pushed aside her doubts and surrendered her heart completely to her fiancé. She cherished the times they talked together and looked forward to the wonderful life the couple would build together in Italy. As Salim continued working in Europe, Hannah stayed busy over the next 12 months with arrangements for the lavish ceremony. The invitations were sent out. Family members began arriving from overseas, and Hannah had picked out the perfect dress for her fairy tale day. But once again, Hannah's life and emotions would be thrown into a tailspin.
My sister, she got call from Salim's brother, and he said, Salim is not coming. When I heard this news, I didn't cry, but I became numb. I called him, I say, don't do this. It's so embarrassed in our Pakistan, you know that.
Though sympathetic to Hannah's feelings, Salim again explained that his Italian citizenship was pending, that leaving the country would destroy his chances of naturalization.
And I said, it's okay, I don't need money. I don't want to live in Italy. We can live happy life in Pakistan. You can establish your business here. My family can help you. But he was just kept saying, no, my future, if I will come to Pakistan, and then my future will destroy. And I say, why he's saying just my future? He didn't say like our future. He just said, my future, my future.
Her fiancé assured Hannah he would return for her in the new year. And Hannah reluctantly agreed to put her life on hold and wait for him once again. But as days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, without any sign of Salim's coming back to Pakistan, Hannah's confusion turned to despair.
I was really frustrated. I called him and I said, I can't wait anymore. He became angry and said, you don't believe me? And he just disconnected the phone. And I become sad and cry every time. I couldn't sleep many nights. I don't want to talk with anybody. I don't want to go outside because sometimes people, they ask me, when you gonna marry? And I have no answer. So I don't want to go out. I just want to sleep. I can't live without him. I really want to live with him. I really want to marry with that person.
The mounting pressure from her fiancé, from their families, and from her culture to hold on to this arranged marriage plunged Hannah into a suicidal depression. Hannah eventually decided to cut off the relationship for good.
Always my desire to go another country and study further about Bible. So I say, okay, I will study and I will serve God and I will not marry with any person.
Hannah found out about Victory Bible College International in Thailand through a friend living in Canada. She began her studies here that fall. But Hannah soon discovered the despair she had carried in Pakistan followed her into her new life.
So when I came here, I was carry everything, my sadness, my depression. I wasn't confident. I was weak, emotionally weak, and physically weak. And my 2 or 3 months so hard here in BBCI. Often I feel inside I had a hole because when Slim he didn't come, he left a hole in my life, and I feel I'm empty inside. And I cried to God. I said, I will not look to anyone, but I want you fill this hole with your presence, with your love.
As Hannah surrendered her life to God, she was able to receive a peace that had eluded her during her 4-year ordeal in Pakistan. By her study of the Word, during times of worship, and through the love shown to her by her BBCI family, Hannah's broken heart began to heal.
God started to restore my life little by little.
God has become Hannah's first love. She lives her life with a new confidence that His guidance will not leave her empty, but it will help her lay hold of a destiny of purpose and blessing.
Now, Hannah is one of the most beautiful girls that we have in our Bible college. Just a tremendous heart to serve Jesus and to serve people. And one of the things that we see happening in her life with this failed arranged marriage is it's a bomb that just blows her life apart. And that's the sad part of it. Manipulation never ends in blessing. It always ends in the need for more manipulation. And thank God that Hannah has come out of this and grown in the Lord. And so let's pray for all of these young men and women across the nations who need to meet the person, the spouse, the partner of their destiny. Next week, I'm going to take you with me into Hannah's nation of Pakistan, and we're going to visit Lahore, where she's from, and some of the things going on there. There's going to be some great new action from this side of the continuum.